Welcome to the place to be again. We're today gonna try out some caviar, which is considered in some parts of the world as a luxury.
We got the hats now.
That's why we have the hats.
But we're from Sweden, so caviar is it's like everyday food.
Yeah, it's a staple breakfast. You push some caviar into the kids and send them off to kindergarten and whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking of these tubes because that's something that I've heard is kind of unusual. It's kind of something that's frowned upon by Americans and stuff like that. Swedes always have stuff in tubes.
In the world, obviously, it seems like tubes are uncommon.
It's a good food container anyhow, and especially for caviar when you're gonna have it in a sandwich quickly for breakfast.
And this sort that Martin chose here is Svennes. What did it say?
Svennes, low price.
Extra mild caviar.
Yeah, for the children and perhaps us.
Yeah, so this is a normal standard caviar you put on your sandwich.
I was thinking if you're not used to these tubes, we're gonna show you a short example of how you open them. Because if we screw off the top, it's like a metal sheet over the...
It's sealed.
So you can't like squeeze it and nothing comes out. But it's so nifty on the cork, you have a pointy bit. You take off the cork and you put it the other way, you just smack it. And it perforates the metal sheet here and squirt away.
Rock and loose. You have to have some crackers to have it on.
Yeah, what you normally have caviar, Swedish caviar on is knäckebröd, the hard bread.
Yeah.
We have some...
Nej.
Ska du spela?
Ja, det är lugnt, jag har massa papper. Jag har en rulle här.
Skräckfilm.
Det är mest på sladdarna.
Don't worry brother, only half my sock got beer on it, dry up this shit. Yeah, this was a good start. My foot got sort of beery.
Huset lutar åt det hållet. Sopa med.
I was thinking with these fancy hats we have, we shouldn't be drying this.
Jenny.
You have to dry up the mess Marcus made here.
I stopped working for today.
Men okej.
It's rolling.
We're on. Oh, so.
Where were we?
So, no danger on the roof, as we say.
No cow on the ice.
Anyway, the Svennes extra mild caviar. Let's rate it. What do you say?
Okay, here we go. That went very well.
Very tasty.
Yeah. It was a salty cracker here.
Yeah, salty cracker.
And caviar, for you that don't know really, it's kind of salty to begin with.
Can never have too much salt.
No, it's good for you, especially up north.
So what do you say?
Svennes low-price caviar, I think it's really good. I would say my expectations for caviar, this would be a 7, I would say.
I'm thinking also, but I know what I'm expecting from other caviars. We have several here to choose from. I'm going to keep it a little low with a 6, I think.
Yeah, I'll downgrade mine to 6 too, because there are better caviars.
You've seen the spread.
We got the fancy ones over here. That's nice.
And always rinse your palate between tastes.
Oh, the water.
Ready for next test?
We got a tasty cracker.
So we start off with the basics, and then we have maybe the luxurious kind. It's instead of a tube, it's in a small jar.
Sure, but there are 2 of them.
More luxurious, less luxurious.
Yeah, we'll do the cheap one first then.
Still what you stuff into the kids before kindergarten, so it's not that luxurious.
Oh, there.
Hey,
Well,
I managed.
yeah.
See, it's fish eggs, as we call them.
They come from a not so expensive fish's bottom.
Exactly.
It looks like not fish eggs.
It's what's found in the vagina of the fish.
Bottom, we'd say bottom.
Bottom.
Yeah,
Is that better?
it's sort of the same.
Well, in the lower part of the fish, anyway.
So, cheers.
More taster.
I think I need an extra.
It was not as creamy.
It's a bit crispy.
Yeah.
Very small fishy eggs. No, I wasn't too impressed. I would give it maybe a 4. I think it's not satisfactory, really.
I'm agreeing. It's pretty good, but it's not. I'm saying a 5. It's still good. You know?
Yeah, it got that salty, orangey taste.
Orangey taste.
Yeah, because this caviar is orange. Most caviars are there. You got the Russian caviar. Maybe when we get a sponsor, so we can try that one. But now we're doing Swedish caviar.
Yeah.
And it's mainly orange, actually.
Yeah. Cheap everyday caviar.
Palate rinse.
Of course. Don't want that pesky caviar mix.
I need some beer on this.
And beer mix also. What's next? Which caviar?
Should we do the other one, the very similar jar? Should we have a new spoon for this or?
No. We have got a new cracker. You can be happy about that.
Yeah, but this is another. It's the first one was caviar mix. It's for the cheapskates. Here we have stenbitsrom. It's like
it's a kind of fish.
Yeah, you got red, and I think we have a black one here. We'll do this to start with.
Yep.
And if you haven't opened a jar before, you do like this.
Oh, it was so easy for you.
I'm kind of strong, you know. So this is what you could have on egg halves. If you boil an egg, cut it in half, and put it with lots of mayonnaise and with stenbitsrom, then you got sort of a fancy Christmas dish
for guests. Huh?
Yeah, only for guests. You don't do that.
Let's see.
Yep. It swirls around your mouth. Oh, this is
more taste than the cheap mix.
Clear difference from the caviar mix. If you're short on cash, you can get the caviar mix and do your egg halves with mayonnaise, and just have it so it looks fancy, but it's kind of cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a clear difference. I would put this as maybe 7 or 8. I'm feeling good today. I'll give it an 8.
Okay. Yeah. But I have to be conservative. I'll give it a 7. It was tasty, but I'm thinking there is better coming. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. 7.
I think it would be kind of interesting to try some Russian caviar. Stör caviar. Just because we got this Swedish palate in our mouths. We know sort of what we're doing around here.
Yeah, we're used to this.
But so I give this one an 8. But maybe Russian caviar is like 12 or 11 or something like that. I don't know.
When we say stir, it's a sturgeon. It's called in English sturgeon caviar.
Yeah, well,
maybe try the black one.
Yeah, this is this also stenbitsrom?
Yes, but it's black for some reason.
Should I open this?
Yeah.
Storkornig. These are bigger
eggs.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, they're as big as the one before, but these are black.
They feel bigger.
And I got a good story about this black.
Black ones feel bigger. As they say in the caviar.
That was not my story.
Oh, sorry.
We were in Eastern Germany before the Berlin Wall fell, and as we said, the caviar is kind of a normal dish you give to your kids.
Up here, yeah.
Yeah, up here north in Sweden and such. But we were down in Germany in the eastern side, and people were kind of poor there. And I only ate this kind of caviar. So my mother on the train, and she just looked around and said, "Oh well, never mind." So she took up some sandwiches, put on butter, and took up this black caviar. And she knew everyone's thinking it's like Russian caviar. It comes
to them, it was the most expensive.
Yeah. It was like they haven't hardly ever heard about it. It was like, and this snotty child gets it on his like breakfast sandwiches and just gobbles it up. There was no idea for her to like explain. This is kind of cheap, everyone. So she just took it as took it as a man.
Eat, child. Well, let's see how tasty it is then.
Yeah, let's see here. This one you also have for the Christmas dish. Put a boiled egg, cut it in half, and some mayonnaise, and put this caviar. It looks kind of nice when you got the orange or the red caviar and the black.
Every other, it's more fancy.
Yeah, I think I took a bit too much.
Look at that. It's a taste test, so.
Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Almost better.
It's a more musky taste, I would say. A bit more salt or something.
I thought it was better than the red one.
Oh, really? That's what you think?
7 out of 10.
I'll put it on a 7. I gave the other one an 8. I like the orange one.
Oh, really?
A bit better. This was the good test. We should do this more often.
Yeah. What do you say about testing one of the tubes together?
Yeah, let's do that.
This is kind of a modern and weird.
Yeah, this is Kalles caviar. You see the blonde guy there? And he likes caviar and on sandwiches. for breakfast. Yeah, this is a bit more expensive on the grocery rack.
Classic, well-known one.
But this is kind of special. It's striped. I hope it's like a toothpaste. We get to see the stripes. Creamy and good. They have mixed egg in it, so you don't have to have egg on your sandwich.
Is that where the stripes come from?
Probably.
The tube opening.
The ceremonial tube
It's
opening.
always exciting to be the first one. You have to do it correct, though. So if you hit too loosely, it'll be a very small hole, and it'll not be satisfying to put on your sandwich.
Just poke it a bit, and then we smash it. Or press.
Always smash, don't you?
Oh, how embarrassing. There we go.
There you go.
There, it has to go to the bottom. And you can make fancy curls. Kringla, as we say in Swedish.
Oh, it is that kind of stripy, isn't it?
Should we do a close-up? Because the stripes are very... It's like yellow and orange. I wouldn't say it's stripy, but...
It's something.
Does this look tasty?
A big blob here now. This is one the first time try for me. I've never tried this before.
Got a bit sting to it.
It's very mild.
Yeah. It's not... it should be like half the caviar, and half is like some kind of creamy egg stuff. Cream cheese.
But it is what it says. It's cream cheese. But if you're not so much for the strong salty caviar taste, maybe this is the one for you.
This
Because
could
it
be
was
a
kind of mild.
noob caviar, I would say.
But tasty still. What happened here? Oh,
Did you break it?
I lost it.
Wait, we got a close up here. Wait.
You hit it too hard.
Check it out. He put the cork on and whoops.
You broke it.
Well, now we have to eat the whole tube then.
Det kan du så gott, man.
What's the rating for this?
Oh, yeah.
Kalles randiga caviar.
I was surprised because I don't like new things. And I've been eating caviar since I was a kid. But it was kind of nice.
Yeah, it was nice, but still, if I want to mild my caviar experience, I would like put eggs on my sandwich or whatever. So I'm gonna give it this kind of a low. Say I would give it a 4. It's not what I expect when I want that type of caviar. But for children and Americans, maybe it's a 10 or a real.
I'm gonna have to give it a 7. I think it's kind of tasty. Actually.
No, 7. All right. Yeah, well, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I was hoping for. Should we go with the last cheap one, or as I see it, the green one?
Oh, this special one because it's mixed with dill.
What's dill with the?
Yeah, and the dill. If you know anything about Nordic countries, dill is very popular to mix in with everything.
We'll see now.
Caviar with dill is one of my favorites.
All right.
So,
yeah, you like dill chips?
Yeah, dill. Anything with dill, actually.
I consider dill sort of an adult flavor.
Oh, I am an adult. I have a beard.
Yeah, you're older than me.
How tasty.
I'm not grown up enough for this. No.
It's like 8 out of 10.
It tastes like my underwear smells, sort of.
As I said, 8 out of 10.
I got beer in my nose.
Yeah, I admit it's different because of the dill, but for me, I like it.
Yeah, it stings a bit much for me. This is not a noob caviar.
No, but it's less salty than the other ones. No.
I don't know. My eyes are tearing up now. I don't know if because I coughed up some beer in my nose.
You're talking about dill like it's jalapeno or something.
I would give this a 2, I think. Ugh, it's still in my mouth.
For us connoisseurs, dill caviar is like the pinnacle of caviar.
All right, what are we doing now then?
All right, now we have 2 boxes here with tong caviar.
What's that?
It's actually vegetarian caviar.
Does it not come from a fish's bottom?
It's not fish eggs. It's made from seaweed.
Oh, both of these?
Yeah.
Okay, the green one I would suspect.
The green one is with wasabi, of course, which is special. I haven't tried that before. And this is the normal orange one. The good thing about this is when you make a smörgåstårta, the orange color doesn't color off on the mayonnaise. Maybe we should have a chapter about smörgåstårta before we explain too much.
But it does it with the stenbiten.
Yeah, but it's popular that way, and also it's vegetarian if you don't like to kill fish eggs or something.
But we do that.
Of course we do. Let's just start with the normal one and then try the wasabi one after.
Okay, we'll go with the normal one. Knäckebröd. Yeah, I remember Oprah Winfrey, the famous TV host.
Missed
She during an episode she like had some Swedish crisp bread, I think they call it, but it was this kind of hard bread, and it's not like a snack bread that we had before. This is more like food. This is hard bread. It's hard from the start, and you can keep it like not outdoors, but yeah, mix it with the beer on the floor there. But the thing is, she had some crisp bread, and it was like just her eating some crisp bread was like a huge deal, and they were like, oh, where can we buy this, because they didn't have it in the States.
Did they have like the Swedish guests? Why was there?
No, she just like, this is good, and it wasn't sponsored or anything. And they was like, oh god, we got a huge demand of this strange Swedish crisp bread. The huge manufacturer of crisp bread in Sweden was like, no, we're not gonna go there.
We don't have the stuff for that.
Yeah, it's a huge market in the States. You have to be able to deliver. I think they did the correct decision. What are you doing now? We're recording a show.
Someone dropped some caviar.
Yeah. Well, Marcus is cleaning his house while I'm trying to make a good show for you, nice folk out there on the internet. But it's not real fish eggs. This is like the vegan fish eggs. Anyhow, so one small appearance, a few seconds with Oprah Winfrey, like could have started a new market in the States of crisp bread, knäckebröd.
It would never. Of course, Oprah is a big star, but it would never hit, I think.
No, I don't think so. People would taste it and like go.
All right, vegetarian caviar.
Or is it vegan?
Also, it's seaweed.
Can it be both?
Unless some dolphin got caught in the seaweed, it's what fun! Obviously, this is going to get minus points on this one.
It's slippery.
Yeah, it's very slippery.
Okay, well, let's eat this before it drops again on the floor.
Squat.
Cheers.
What? Why? This was extremely boring.
So are we gonna rate this?
We should try one on a salty cracker first. Maybe because it was the tack bread.
Yeah.
Boring.
Okay, I'll give it another shot.
Apart from it slipping off your tack bread all the time, it wasn't very tasty at all. That was weird.
Do we really have to do this?
Yeah.
Feels like an episode of Jackass. Like, why are we doing this?
It feels like a learning experience.
Oh, I have to have some beer first.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, school number 2.
Oh. The vegan, we're trying the vegan stuff on a tasty cracker. Just
Tong caviar.
No. No.
Cracker was pretty good.
Yeah, it helped, but nah.
1. I give it a 1.
Yeah. I would give it lower, but we'll stay on 1.
We have a 1 that's
Yeah.
the lowest.
You can eat it, but it tastes like shit.
Well, not to get your hopes up, but
Got the green shit. Tong Kaviar Wasabi.
made of seaweed, but with wasabi taste.
I feel sorry. You should pay huge respect for all vegans because what they go through.
Yeah, they can't eat caviar. Like normal people.
It's impressive. Okay, let's go. Tong Kaviar Wasabi.
Good job.
Oh shit! It smells like. Oh.
Oh, it smells wasabi or pepperut.
I would say like. How much should we take? I'll do it properly here.
A normal spoon.
Oh shit! It smells like a dog did something in the jar.
Oh, yeah,
Why do I always take more than you?
it does smell a lot.
I have to get ready.
Before,
Some
really
fire water.
All right, we have a seaweed caviar with wasabi taste.
It's vegan.
Look how tasty.
Ah. The salty cracker didn't help at all.
It's going through the nose.
I'm sorry, folks. I couldn't do that.
Tasty.
Yeah, tasty.
It's a lot of taste.
Yeah, a lot of taste.
So you gave 1 to the last one.
I don't know if this was worse. Yeah, it was worse.
It was just as bad, but
even worse.
less pleasurable.
I don't know. Why do people like wasabi? It's like
So it's 1 to 10.
That's the one. That's a strong one.
We still have we're on the vegetarian trail here. We have a tube version.
What does it say? Vegar?
Vegiar instead of caviar. It's vegiar.
Well, I'll give it a bonus point.
Being honest is always good. But it's a vegiar, so it's not from fish. It's supposedly supposed to taste like caviar, then, I guess. Probably also from seaweed. I haven't checked.
Still got that wasabi shit in my teeth.
There, I made a hole.
Yeah, we let Marcus do that because I'm too strong.
You just ruin the tube. Okay, looks like normal caviar.
No, he makes it in the form of a kringla.
Yeah.
That would be a pretzel in English. A pretzel is also an expression for something that a dog does when he does a little twirl.
Makes a little pretzel.
Yeah.
Well, another
Tong caviar made of thong, no?
vegetarian seaweed caviar.
I'm not...
Better.
Yeah. Well, we had the wasabi just before, so...
But maybe it's better because it's in a tube.
Well, I had spit out the other ones. This one was all right, I guess.
Yeah, this could work. If you really don't want to kill fish eggs, but you want to have some caviar.
Yeah, some caviar experience. The vegiar is all right, I would say.
I would say a 3. 3 out of 10.
I would give it a 4. But a 5 is like average.
Yeah.
So a 4 is below average. Yeah.
We say the best for last, I think. This was Dad's favorite caviar.
Yeah, the grown-up caviar. Because Svennes and definitely Kalles is like for the children's breakfast.
That was weak caviar, according to him.
Yeah, it wasn't real. It was mainly sugar and other stuff.
Whereas this is, and it says Aiden's extra fine unsmoked. Down the hatch.
Down the hatch. Yeah, it's a bit more rich.
It's not as salty.
What? This is more salty, isn't it? Because it's not smoked, it has to be salt.
Oh, it's less creamy at least.
It's this is definitely an acquired taste. I remember trying this when the Kalles caviar was out of the tube was empty. I had to try Dad's smörgås caviar, and it didn't go well. It was too salty, too adult taste for it.
I don't know if it's the saltiness or it's less creamy than the Svennes and the other ones and the Kalles.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's 7, I think.
It's real caviar, obviously.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a 4. I would not want this on anything on purpose.
What about the seaweed caviar?
The seaweed caviar I don't want to even look at. So that got a 1. But this is like below average on my palate.
Okay, so it's better than seaweed caviar, but it's not as good as other caviar.
For you foreigners out there that aren't Swedish or Scandinavian, this would not be your starting point in caviar experience, I would say. The fun thing is that Dad said like, no, the Kalles caviar, the cheap caviar is only like sugar and fat.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to chocolate because you got the chocolate that normal people eat.
The normal
chocolate. It's mainly sugar and fat. It's not that cocoa.
Yeah,
but when you buy the fancy chocolate, it's like, ooh, this doesn't taste too good.
Until after a few times.
But it is more real chocolate than the one that you like. So this is sort of a sample of that.
More real caviar for the connoisseur, and then more tasty caviar for the kids.
Or for people that like tasty stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and also, I think as a bonus clip, we'll also show you some do's and don'ts about caviar. Because what happens often, you have a tube, and they just press like this in the middle of the tube.
But let's do an example here. You squeeze the middle, and you get it like that. And you put on your cork. You have to put on the cork. If you don't do that, you're not a human. And you put it back in the fridge.
Like that.
Yeah. This is not good. Horrible.
That's not how you do it.
Bad practice.
Yeah. So, of course, you always squeeze the bottom of the tube. Because that's all that's needed.
Oh. I get a tear in my eye when I see this.
see how luscious. It comes out just like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And you put the cork back on. And then, of course, after a while, it becomes flatter in the bottom. And you curl it up like this. And just a few millimeters at a time. And you have a nice ending of it. Takes no space in the refrigerator. And it's nicely curled up like that. And it looks like you're a human being.
Apart from this.
Here's example B. You can't. If it looks like that, run away. If you see someone's fridge with that stuff in it, then just run away. As an ending, with a nice rinse. Now, try some out. Tell us what you like for what your favorite caviar is. We haven't tried the expensive stuff, of course, but this is the normal, everyday stuff we use in Sweden.
Yeah, especially if you have some other caviar that I haven't seen here. Give us a tip and we'll have another caviar session, I think.
Yeah, especially
the Russian one.
Send us your favorite caviar. Unless it's like 3 weeks in the mail, of course. Don't send it.
That's not going to be good. Skål!
Skål. Ja, det blir bra. Förutom alla spillavbrott och grejer.